Greg, just from a Marlies trying to win a game perspective, what did you think of the preparation and performance of Frederik Andersen?
He was great. Obviously, it's been a while for him. And his attitude and his energy coming in was really positive. Was really happy to get into a game. Couldn't have asked anything more of him. It was good for our players to see his professionalism.
On to the Manitoba Moose. What did you see from them, and was it what you expected, and how do you counteract it on Saturday?
It was exactly what we expected. Well, what the staff expected. They pressure really hard. If we're not ready to play, if we're not mentally in it, if we're not identifying our options and our reads, and before we get the puck, the game's fast against them. Our players proved today we weren't ready to play in the first period, which is extremely frustrating. We're fighting this consistency thing with the group. It's not even about really the X's and the O's and the systems and the decisions at times. It's just effort based, and the lack of preparation and the lack of readiness for our group to find motivation for them to want to get up and play full 60 minutes for the team, for each other. It's getting frustrating, and we didn't come out in the first period to execute our game plan. They always have three guys at the line. They make it really challenging to come across with possession. They're really good at going back for retrievals, finding quick exits, and taking off into space. And even though we planned for it, players weren't ready to execute.
What did you feel about the 6-on-4 at the end, or the 6-on-3 even at the end? Did you feel you generated enough chances, and the reason for the lack of success?
No, I mean, much like how the game went, they do a good job pressuring, denying the middle of the rink. We just didn't win our puck battles. We definitely can be better. And again, it's not a lot of overthinking it and needing to find some special trick play. It's just competing. It's outworking your opponent. It's winning puck battles, and then being mentally engaged and ready to play fast and find your options. There's a lot of skill out there, and we weren't able to utilize it.
Next one goes to Patrick Williams. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yes, Greg. Can you put a figure on why that is, that players aren't prepared or ready, or whatever you want to call it, and what can you do to remedy that?
It's a really good question. It's easy to say that it's a challenging season, COVID, we had the pause, but those are just all excuses. And, these guys have really got to step up, find a way to compete for each other for the remainder of this season. It's hard to have fun and enjoy the process and enjoy being around each other when the focus isn't there, or just the execution of competing. We're going to continue to talk with the leadership and find ways to solve it, but it's definitely got to be better down the stretch.
Thank you.
And next one goes to Nick Barden. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Greg, going back to that 6-on-3 for a second, I want to know what was the decision to really put Mikko Kokkonen in there, and what have you liked so far to make that decision to put him in?
He's shown really good promise in the games he's played in such a short amount of time. He's very skilled. He's had experience playing at a high level in those types of situations. So, because he's trending in the right direction, he's working hard and finding improvements within every game, we thought he had the opportunity to get into that spot tonight.